Guys, welcome back to the channel. We're kicking off again, back from our trip, and we're here at Sydney Olympic Park on Saturday. It's the second day of the Everything Electric show in New South Wales. So here at Sydney Olympic Park, doors are just about to open, a couple of minutes away, and there is already a big line all through here. All right, here we are. Welcome to Everything Electric.
The 1 hour time difference.
Now we're going to do a walkthrough of everything very soon, but I'm actually in a rush to go to the test drive to actually look at the E07 that's recently been confirmed for Australia. So let's go, and then we'll come back. I'll show you guys all around, and then there's obviously a couple of new cars that's been released into the Australian market or coming soon to the Australian market, and even cars that we haven't seen in Australia as yet. So for the ones that I haven't covered before in content, I'll do a walkthrough of those cars, and then if you guys got any questions, then drop them in the comment box below. Everything Electric is also here the rest of today and also tomorrow. So guys, if you want to head down, then come on and see. So see you soon. So just finished a test drive of the E07. Now, quick hint and tip for you guys. So I'm going to turn the camera around. This is the test drive section over here, where you've got all the manufacturer cars across there and over there. If you guys are coming to do any test drives, you need to go to the individual manufacturer stands first. Don't come here to try and register, because there is no one here. You've got to register at the individual stands to then come back over here afterwards. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you guys through around the entire place, and yeah, any cars that I haven't covered off in the past we'll cover off in detail, or at least I'll do the full walk around so you guys can experience it as if you were here yourself. Any questions, drop in the comments below, and yeah, let's go. So let's starting at this end, which is essentially, as I said, where the test drives are. You've got car sales over here, you've got My Energy, Zapped over here, but we're here to look at all the cars, at least for now, so let's go. So you've got Renault over here, you've got Geely. We're here, we'll check out the EX5. So let's start with the walk around. It's a pretty nice colour. So these are on 235, what is it, 60, no, 235, 50, R19. So still pretty big wheels. I'll come out so you guys can actually see it in more detail. Sort of like a bluey, aquary colour. Goodyear wheels. The backs look like, let's see, 235, 50, R19, so exactly the same. So I might start off with the back. Let's close that. So very quiet, no beeps or anything like that. So that is the EX5, that is the lighting. Camera down the bottom, button over here to open. Alright, so you've got a speaker over there, 3 tether points, you've got some storage over here. That's a pretty deep boot that you've got, sub boot, and you've got additional storage over there as well. And it looks like over here, there's a gap here, so you can adjust these seats as well.
Have a lovely day, enjoy your day. Listen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you. Hello. Yes, I can. I've got that in my notes. Is that, you can take a photo with
So
that.
here's the inside. Let's get in and have a look. Alright, so this is sitting in, that's the space, lots of space. Doesn't look like this. Doesn't look like there's any cooling or heated seats in the back, but window settings. Down over here, aircon, USB-C, USB-A. This is my height, so a lot of space over here from what you can see. And then the view from the back, so big sunroof, one piece glass roof it looks like. No, it's split, it's actually split over here. So that's a seat, or that's a view from the back. Let's get in the driver's seat and we'll see what we can find. Alright, so let's get in. This is the driver's seat. Flame sound speakers. Let me put my bag down. Alright, so that's all the views you get there. 325 kilometers.
Have a lovely day. Thank you. Okay, so it's, yes, the high-end one is coming in under 50,000. You can ask about it, really test drive. Yes, driveway. High-end. Yes, so Inspire is our high-end, and then is the other. So yes, under 50 driveway, giving you.
So it looks like you can change all the functions here of the cameras.
Darker, like a navy. I do have that car on display.
Glove box right there. So your two charge ports for your phones are over here, two cup holders here. It's alright for driving, holding your drink, holding your coffee. Unique style steering wheel as you've got here. And yeah, that is everything. I don't know if there's a frunk, so I might have to ask. So let's have a look. So I think this screen is actually locked. Can't seem to get out of this screen. Can't go to home. So potentially just it's on display or something. But doesn't look like it works. So let me ask about the frunk. Alright, so I've just asked. No front storage in this car, and charge port is on the front right driver side, right hand side. So let me flip it around again. There you go. That is the Geely EX5. This is the so-called Juniper, or the new refreshed Model Y. How does that look? This red looks pretty nice. So this is the front storage. Looks almost the same. Wiper fluid, they've moved it down to the front instead of the top right. And then obviously the nice light bar that comes around. So apparently this one on this side here is the long range normal version. So this is not the launch series. So once they've dropped the launch series, what you guys see here is probably as close as it gets to what you could potentially buy. So this is the long range. Alright, so this is the rear. Let's get in this new Model Y. So that's the seats. Alright, let's put the bag in here. Let's close this. Alright, let's start with steering wheel. So it feels exactly like the Model 3. Now, key differences between the current Model Y, you'll see the buttons over here, they're haptic, high beams. You don't have the transmission stalks here. they've brought this back, which people have always been asking for to return. Now the differences between the steering wheel between this and the current Model Y, if you have a look down here, is the stitching is actually facing that way. So when you're actually holding the steering wheel, you actually do feel it a lot more, whereas the previous gen Model Y is actually underneath, so you actually don't feel it as much. So if you guys are quite sensitive to the feel, you may potentially not like it. Screen is a little bit bigger. We'll do the pan across. Cooling seats, heated seats, all of that stuff, all pretty much exactly like the Model 3. Inside over here, also exactly like the current Model 3. Push that, push that. So they've split that out individually. That's your storage there, which also goes in. Let's have a quick look at the glove box. It's quite small over there, really flat. Nice click, and again, that is the seats. And roof again is still one piece, as you can see there. And yeah, that is essentially your view of the car. Alright, plenty of people waiting. Let's let them go and we'll check out the back. Alright, let's have a look at the back. Alright, so there's the seats. Adjust it over here, so click, this is how fast it moves. So push that there and you can push it back up. Let's get in. So giving the front heaps of space, this is pretty much pushed all back. This is how much leg space I've got. Now it is raised, similar to the current Model Y over there compared to the Model 3, so that's the additional space that you have. So plenty of space there. USB-C aircon controls. You can adjust all of it. Very intuitive. And in terms of space, this is what you guys want to know. It's pretty much on par with the current one. So lots of headroom, as you guys can see. And on the side, if I push the button, I can go further back as well. So you can hold it down to adjust. Oh, and there you go. Seats are folding down. That's how much space you've got going through the back. Alright, let's quickly go look at the boot. And yeah, that's basically, before we look at the back, that's all the space that you've got through. So definitely be able to store a lot like the current one. Alright, so this is the boot. So you've got the controls over here.
Comes with the snazzy wheels.
So that folds down, that goes back up. You've got still heaps of storage over here. Still got heaps of storage over this side as well. Now we open this up. So now you've got this as storage over here if you don't want to use it, which is fantastic. So this is soft and thick cardboard that of course sits up onto across there. It's really light as well. I can hold it with one hand. And look, you've still got all of that additional storage down there. And then you've got storage down there as well. So let me close this. So just that button there. Oh, sorry. And that's essentially the back. So the two Model Ys here, I have asked them, basically they are both long range, non-launch editions, so it's probably as close as you can get to the production version in the future. This one over here has your standard 19-inch wheels over there, which is hand-cooked. And then this one over here is the option wheels at your 20-inch. So both this one and that one is your long range. Also, this one here has the white seats as well. So the two options, essentially, the wheels over here and also the seats in white. In terms of my view, I've seen the white Model 3 with those seats. Now this was obviously in the showroom, so lots of people went there. I feel like the white seats would be, they'd get quite dirty. So what do you guys think? So there you go. That's the silver one and the red one. Alright, there is also the big Cybertruck here. Look at the size of that. Some people think it's the worst looking thing in the world, some people love it. I don't know. I think it's too big. At least initial views are that it's way too big, so let's go have a look. So people are always concerned about how sharp this is, so if I go in the corner, that is pretty sharp. If I rub it hard enough, I could definitely cut my finger there. Otherwise, it's just a fingerprint magnet. It just feels like, you know what this reminds me of? It's a commercial kitchen. It's very unique though, unique styling. See if we can walk around the side to have a look. So, look at the size of that. Massive. So this is the Foundation series. Cybertruck. This is the seats. So very similar to the current Model 3 and the upcoming Model Y. It's a big step from the bottom. That looks like a big pedal.
I like the steering.
Heavy door, unique glass shape like the car.
Oh yeah.
This is the pan around from passenger to the other side.
That's still pretty cool.
Pretty small mirror. This here is designed like the Model X. You pretty much pull it, it's magnetic, goes in. So twofold, so that obviously because it's got massive glass, and then that one there for anything else.
This is Tesla. This is Tesla. This is the Cybertruck.
It's a massive screen. Pause the screen here if you want to look more.
我们家没有。我们上来好像这个 close to door。哦，你不想 close? Okay.
Alright, let's check out the rear.
Okay. Do the come up.
Thank you. Alright, that's the side. We'll pan out. That's the inside. And the seats. Again, massive step up, so let's go. Oh. So that's the view. That is the steering wheel there. I'm not going to try to get in. Way too many people here. And yeah, that's the back. So usual controls, you get fan controls. You've also got seating controls as well for heating and to move this back and forth as well. And theatre and so forth. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, there you go. Let's look at the boot, what the Cybertruck is known for. Oh, and before we do that, legroom. So much legroom. So back's pretty much heaps of hooks for you to put. It's really rugged. And we've got a couple of ports here for power. Other than that, it's pretty much all empty. So that's it. covers the Cybertruck. Let's see what else is around.
We just scan the code.
Okay, also around here is the Tesla robot.
The Cybertruck around the corner as well.
And then they've also got the Tesla energy section. Supercharger, wall connector, power wall. All the details here. And yeah, the Performance Model 3, which we've covered off before. All very nice. So that is Tesla. Next over here we have Mercedes-Benz or LSH Auto. So basically it's LSH Auto Australia, Mercedes-Benz Sydney. They have here an EQB, which is a 7-seater. They've got a smart #1, the new #3, and then also the EQE. So we've never seen the EQE or the EQB before, so let's have a look at both. So let's start, because there's no one here. This is the Mercedes-Benz EQE. What do you guys think? So pause the screen here in a moment if you guys want to see the specs. I'll read it out to you. It's 2024 build, 446 range, 21-inch wheels. Start with the door. Heat settings, seat settings. You've got boot opening over here. This is the usual Mercedes-Benz type finish, really nice. You've got some big side steps over here. It's not too high to get in, but... Alright, and here's the seat first of all, as we go down. I feel like at initial glance that the front over here is a bit narrow. So we'll see when we sit in, and the top over there as well. So let's get in and have a look and see what we think. So put... Alright. So we're in. Now let's see. Let me close the door. Alright, so I can confirm that whilst I thought the seat was too narrow, it doesn't really impact you because my knees are a bit further up higher, so I don't actually feel the seat as well. But if you're one of those people with, I guess, longer legs, you might feel that it's uncomfortable because there's nothing that kind of comes out to let your leg rest in terms of a long-term drive or a long drive. In terms of the build, it just feels so glossy everywhere at initial view. It is really nice. It looks very, I don't know if messy is the word, but it looks really busy. Like the speedo and everything, with all the lighting, it looks really nice, but it also at the same time it looks really busy, especially coming from a Tesla owner. Now, I don't know what battery configuration this is, but it says here DC maximum 53 kilowatt, max 100% for the charge. Currently is set to 85%, which is 470 kilometers. Hopefully you can see that with the glare. I'm just trying to move my camera. So it's set to 85%, which is 470 kilometers. And then that's good there. It says here 470 at the moment at 85%, max is 484 kilometers. So steering wheel is actually quite nice. It feels good. That's the rear mirror. It's a one big or split glass roof. Not too sure if that opens. Let's see how intuitive this is. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite fast in terms of how quick it reacts to stuff. so I'd be pretty happy with that. But it's not very obvious how to navigate through to certain things. You know, you need to go home. Other stuff, yeah, you'd have to learn and have a look at how to get to certain parts of the menu. Anyways, besides that, you've got besides that, the rest of it all glossy. So it looks like you put your key there, phone charger down there, 2 cup holders, which says you can push to close that. Push that button there. This opens for a really big glove box with 2 USB-C compartments over here. Is there a glove box? I can't feel one in terms of a... Oh no, there is there. There you go. So it's pretty big. I don't know if that's LED, it's a bit yellow, but hopefully it is. Yeah. Got some buttons here. Oh, roof. So it looks like here you could potentially slide. So it's a touch. So look at that. So it's a button as well, you can actually open. So I've pushed it, that's opened that. Now push it again and it closes. And then if I swipe it, so you can see it's closing. So that's a swipe right here, underneath here. If I swipe that back, you'll see that that's opening. So let's have a look at the back seats and then the boot. Alright, so that's the back seats. Alright, so that's the view from the back. You've got, what is it? So a little light here when you push the button. Headrest seat at front looks really big. Now, that was my seating position at the front. You can see down the bottom here. I do have a fair bit of space, but if I actually stretch my legs out, I can actually, I'm kicking something, which I presume are the motors for the seats. It is raised though, so I can get my foot in quite comfortably. One big pocket over here. You've got air conditioning over here. And if I pull this out down here, 2 USB-C ports. Fantastic. And again, the seats. So that folds out, push that, and I'm not too sure what this is actually for. I presume just to put your phone potentially, but doesn't look like there's cup holders unless I've got it totally wrong. So feel free to correct me if that's not the case, but I don't want to break this and it doesn't feel like it extends further out anymore. Alright, let's look at the boot. Now, boot space, let's have a look. It's not the biggest. It is obviously pitched more as a luxury car. So you've got a little bit of storage over here. Nothing on this side, but you've got hooks all around, tie-down points. Decent storage down the bottom, so you can put stuff, and then more storage down there. So you're definitely able to use all of that space. So I've got confirmation for this EQE. It starts at, before any options, $144,000. And there is also no frunk. So if you guys love the Mercedes brands and you want one of these, $144,000. It's a 5-seater luxury SUV. Otherwise, let's look at the EQB. This is from $93,000. So obviously a lot smaller of a car. And yeah, let's have a look. There's people in there at the moment, so I might start with the boot. So this is the EQB 250. Alright, so this is a 7-seater. You can see this is currently as 5-seater configuration. Charging cables over here. Now before we try and... Oh, I don't think we can pull the seats up with this mat in the way, but you can see that that is the amount of boot space that you'll have if you had the 7 seats up, and you don't really have storage here as well. So with the 7 seats up, you can see with the seatbelts being over here, it is going to be an extremely small car. So I think realistically probably put kids in there. In terms of prams for you parents out there, I genuinely think you won't fit a proper pram in here. You just fit a stroller at best. I think a stroller is probably going to take up probably all of it, to be honest. And so you need to sit upright as well against the boot, but then your issue is you've got this bit coming down over here. So yeah, and probably one of those strollers fitting in here, that's what I mean. Let's have a look at the back seats first. Alright, so this is the side. It's okay, it's a bit hard, it's just a layer of leather, pleather. Alcantara-like, again, it's only a little bit soft. No heated seats, so just windows it looks like. And the seats don't look raised down there at all. Let's see, here's what the seats look like here. And it looks like there is a glass roof, 2-piece potentially. No specific button latch, oh no, there is. So pull this one here. And there you go. So what I want to show you guys is go with the assumption that you've got passengers that need to go into the 3rd row. Pull this through. This is the space, and to give you context, I'll even put my leg here so you guys can see. It's pretty tight to get in, and because the seat is here, you're literally going to have your knees probably towards your tummy. You won't be sitting too comfortably, so definitely be more of a casual seat. But yeah, let's see if we can pull the seat back a bit more. Alright, and let's get in and I'll show you guys how it's like. Alright, so let's put the bag down. So again, this is the seat. This is the aircon vents. There's a bit of storage over here. Then pulling this out, you've got 2 USB-C ports along with little storage here. Am I sitting comfortably? Let me adjust the latch first of all to go further back. So there's enough space realistically for me to do that. But I can feel the top of the seat from here. This is the view across from the back here for me. And if I close this, it's a pretty light door, it's not too heavy. And you've got lighting over here, map light as they call it, little hook. And yeah, we'll see if we can get in the front in a moment, but this is basically the inside. Oh, and most importantly, so I can always show you guys, there is one fist here. I am touching the roof right here, so you guys can see. If I lean a bit more forward, this is where the roof is, so it's like a mesh type material, so I'm not hitting it there, but realistically, like if I'm sitting, you've got probably 1 fist's worth, so big bumps you will definitely hit your head, but realistically, how often is that going to happen? Probably not often at all. Front seat's free. Let's jump to the front and let's have a look. Alright, so this is the front of the EQB. This is the front seat. So remember, what you're paying for here is from, before options, $93,000. 5 plus 2. I'm going to call it 5 plus 2 because it's a casual 2-seater. It's definitely not a full 7-seater car. So let's pan from one side to the other for you guys. There you go. Again, steering wheel feels quite nice, looks quite nice. Typical Mercedes design with the aircon vents. Is this a touchscreen? Yes, it is. Quite intuitive in terms of the touch, but I'm not too big of a fan of the clicky sounds. and you probably do have to kind of look through to understand how you can use certain things in the car, because it's not really obvious how to use it. In terms of cameras, there's a button here. Oh, the car might not be set up or turned on to enable this, to enable the cameras, but oh well. Anyways, that is the glove box. So a bit of storage up here, and then down here, what have we got here? Lots of gloss black. There's the key. That's what the key looks like. Technically, we could drive away with this. Anyways, gloss black. Charging pad for the phone potentially. Actually, I don't think it is. So you put the key there. No, charging phone pad is over here. So that's just storage for stuff. Two USB-C ports. And a whole big roof with a divider back here that you could potentially open. But it's all locked now, so I can't open it. Anyways, that's the car. So from $93,000, would you get one? Don't know how much it's going to cost once you add all the options, but if you need a casual 7-seater and you want to consider this, hopefully that little walkthrough has given you all the insights you want. So let's keep moving on. We'll see what else is around. All right, next bit here we have Mycar, Tyre and Auto. So it's showing you a whole heap of tyres. Just pause the screen anywhere if you want to see more details. But this is the Mycar stand. So you get 33% off all tyres.
Yeah. And I didn't know I should have played a bit more better for dirt roads and stuff.
So yeah, it's a pretty big stand for Mycar, and on the other side all of the tyres there. And then we come to MG over here. So this is a ZS hybrid. We've got the MG3 hybrid. I'm not going to get into these guys. I am dedicating myself to, for the most part at least now anyway, to just EVs. Got the MG4, which we have covered off before. Pretty cool looking car. Hot hatch as well. We've got the Cyberstar. And then the MG4 X-Power. This is the hot hatch I'm referring to. So good to always see this one in person. Alright, let's jump around to the Deepal stand. So I've got the E07 that we test drove this morning. So remember, the E07 is a one with air suspension in the all-wheel drive model, which is this one here. The base model does not have air suspension. That is adjustable left and right. I won't show you too much more of this car, but if you guys want to see the actual test drive, then jump onto my channel, have a look at that. This is the walk around of the E07 that I will cover off here though. Alright, and here is the rear of the E07. So with the top open, that's all the space there. And there you go. As I said, if you want to look at the test drive, jump onto the video for that. They have also recently, so they've confirmed this one's coming into Australia towards the last quarter of the year. Also coming is the S05, which is this one over here, which is the smaller brother of the S07. I have covered this one off before, and I really like that. Looks like radioactive, looks really cool. So that's a quick glance at it again over here. Decent boot space for a car of that size, and we'll jump around to the front to show you guys this before we keep moving on. Guys, look who we've bumped into here.
Hey, Roland, Rosco here. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you?
We are good, buddy, and we're here at Everything Electric, and it is a fantastic choice of EVs here. I cannot believe it, right?
If there's many here, wait till 12 months time when people start selling for you.
Exactly, I know. All these new EVs will be coming on the second-hand EV market very soon, and we look forward to that at AmazingEV.com, our used EV marketplace. So there's a fantastic range. If you think there's a few EVs available now, there's going to be heaps in about a year's time.
There's heaps at today's show. So Rosco, you were here yesterday.
Yeah.
I've only just started to record content here today. And tell the viewers one or two cars that you feel like they should absolutely come to check out if they're coming down.
Oh, look, something that we've seen from ZEEKR is the ZEEKR Mix. I know it's popular in China, and ZEEKR have got a couple of cars coming out here in Australia, but the ZEEKR Mix is absolutely fantastic. Little minivan style car.
Yeah.
Just thought that was amazing, right? And you've got new cars from Volkswagen, you've got new cars from Skoda, new cars from Audi, and new cars from XPENG, all here, and you can test drive them. Incredible range and a few specials from China, and yeah, get down here at Everything Electric. It is fantastic.
Nice. And actually, speaking of which new cars, so we'll show you guys the mix a bit later on. This is one of the new cars. Rosco, do you want to tell us? Have you looked at this yet?
We've had a look at this. This is the XPENG Mona MO3, which is something that they haven't got available here in Australia yet, but they brought it out left-hand drive from China because it's something that they just released in China and doing very well. But I think around about $16,000 US in China. So incredible value. I can't believe it. It's hopefully we'll get something like here. It looks like it's just a little bit smaller than a Model Y, but beautiful sedan, really nice. I really like the style of it. It's something.
It's clearly, you know what? It's clearly actually got a really good aircon system because if you look right here, guys, if you look right here, it's totally fogging up and it's pretty humid in here right now.
Mrs. Amazing wasn't so keen on this colour. I don't know what that colour is, but it's sort of a...
It's like a creamy white, pinky, orangey.
But
yeah, don't trust us guys to kind of give you that colour. And
love the wheels, right? I like the sculpted wheels. They are cool.
It doesn't say what colour this is, so we'll just call it this.
More details on that later on, but yeah, that's... I just like the style of it. XPENG here with the G6 at the moment, and flying car, the X2 flying car as well. Always just incredible. What else have they got? That's the G6.
That's the G6. There's the X9 over there.
I like that. I like the minivan.
That's not a minivan. That's 5.3 meters. That's a massive van.
That's not a minivan.
That's a massive
That's
van.
a luxury people mover.
That's a big people mover. That's right.
XPENG, the G6 is very popular compared to the Model Y. But yeah, Model Y also on display down here as well. So come down, you can see the Cybertruck, and if you're still a Tesla fan, the Model Y as well, the brand new Model Y. So really excited to see that here as well.
Disclaimer, you can't test drive the Model Y though. You can test drive the XPENG G6. So if you guys are interested, come down and then, let me show you guys around on this MO3 actually. But before that, Rosco, pleasure to meet you as always.
Good to see you again, Roland. Thanks a lot. See you next time.
Yeah, see you later.
Thanks.
All right, so this is the Mona MO3. Let's take this opportunity to jump in. So it looks like it's a pretty low seating car. Yep, definitely a low car. Actually, it reminds me of driving the Ioniq 6. So my legs are actually stretched out. Alright, so driving selectors over here, indicators here. Looks like that might be for attention monitoring. Doesn't look like there's a heads-up display, not at least in this variant. Screen looks like roughly 15-inch. Phone charger, 2 cup holders, bit of storage, USB-C, USB-A, and glove box. So yeah, as I said, you're sitting pretty low, and your legs are pretty much sitting out. Let's have a look at the rear. So this is the rear. So in the rear, now again, this is the front seat all the way through the back, so that's fine with the space. It is fairly low, so I'm already touching the seat here. Over here, 2 USB-C ports along with aircon vents, and as always, I promise to show you guys the height. Squashing my fist, and I'm touching the roof, so there's not a whole lot of space. Literally, I'd say like 3 centimeters realistically. So yeah, this is the Mona M03. And then let's take a look at this middle bit. See if this folds down. No, doesn't look like there's anything that folds down here. Let's have a look at the boot. Push this button here, I presume. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's much here. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's storage on the sides. Looks fairly flat. Usual under tray storage for your cables. But yeah, it does sit quite low. And again, if you guys want to see the specs for this one, pause the screen here. Now, other than that, you do have the G6 over here. You've got the X2 flying car. You've got another G6. And you've got the X9 people mover. What you don't have here this time round actually is the G9. But that is the XPENG stand at the Everything Electric show. So let's get moving on. Alright, we are here at BYD stand. So there is a Shark 6. What else is around here? Sea Lion 6. Sea Lion 7 that we've recently covered in our channel. So if you guys want to see that, then please jump over through to my channel to see that. And it looks like they've also got a Dolphin. So no Atto 3 seems this time round. Oh, and they've got their battery system here. So that is BYD. Then we move on to BMW and Mini. So this is the Mini Countryman. So pause the screen here if you guys want to see the specs of that. There's the exterior and interior and technical. Alright, so you can tell those are BMW buttons for the seats. So this is the side. This is the seat. Let's get in. Alright, so of course you've got the heads-up display.
sounds not very.
Sounds very happy.
Yes, it sounds like there's no cushioning.
The AC is like the joystick.
Yeah, that's the design, mini design. They close it.
And then the glove box, if I
So
had to push back my
charging ports here, storage, 2 cup holders. There's the seat again, and there's the glove box down here for you guys. So unique looking screen. Feels really thin, typical of Mini to have a screen right here in the middle. And yeah, here's the cameras. Alright, let's get into the rear. So this is the rear. Alright, getting in. Decent space down below. 2 USB-C ports, aircon vents, and a bit of storage down there. Now, turning this around, how much space do we have? Quite a lot of space, more than one fist worth. One just above one here, and then a bit more further here as you come to the sunroof tray. Other than that, map light up here, and hook, I presume, up here. And yeah, what can I say? It's pretty comfortable. It's leather, pleather, whatever you guys want to call it, or whatever it is. And flip this around, pull this down, 2 cup holders right here. Let's check out the boot. Alright, here's the boot, or here's the rear of the Mini Countryman S. Okay, so let's have a look. A little bit of storage over here, a little bit of storage over here. Cable storage down the bottom. There you go. So that's Mini Countryman. Then you've got the iX2 and the i4, which we've covered off before. Alright, so that covers BMW and Mini. And there's also an electric bike here if you guys are interested.
Yeah, so if they haven't got one, tell them to ring me and I'll get them.
And now let's look at the ID Buzz. So we're here at Volkswagen. So Volkswagen have taken a long time to get here to Australia, so let's have a look. So we've got the ID4, the ID5 and the ID Buzz. So let's come around. So here's the ID4 Pro.
Carmen drove to the city.
So 235/55 R19 wheels. Thank you. All right, so here's the side of the door. Here's the seat. Alright, might have to move this bit further back and then I'll get in and show you guys the ID4 Pro. Okay, so door controls over here. You've got some settings over here. Alright. Now I don't know the specs, so I'll have to have a look in a moment, but at 94%, this can do another 503 kilometers. Let's do a pan from one side to the other side. That's a steering wheel. What else do we have here? So 2 cup holders, phone charger, 2 USB-C ports, cup holders, and then let's go, that's the glove box. So in terms of driving, like realistically my eye level is probably here, just so you guys can see. And so reachability is okay, you got to lean forward a little bit. Let's see, vehicle status. We'll have to see if we can get one to drive one day. But heated seats, oh, can't do heated seats at the moment. You can turn on AC, and that's about it from the front. Oh, and you've got armrests too that you can move. And then what else do we have up here? Airbags, lights, usual mirror. Doesn't look like it's auto dimming, or maybe it is, I don't know. And then one big glass roof. So this is me sitting in my driving position over here. So that's pretty much a screen here. Doesn't look like there's a heads-up display, not at least in this variant. So let's have a look at the front and then the back and then the boot. Alright, so here you go. There is no front storage. It's all electrical motor or electrical stuff. Alright, so the digital flyer over here. So guys, pause the screen here if you want to look at all the specs right here. And here's the colours, finishes right there, so pause that. And then the actual technical specifications over here. So it's an 82 kilowatt hour battery. Alright, let's jump to the rear. Sorry, I meant second row. Here's the seats. Let's get in. So, fair bit of space here. That was my front seating position, so I could stretch out. I'm quite comfortable. Down over here, you've got, what is it, 2 USB-C ports. Those are probably controls, touch controls for the aircon. Then, what do we have here? So, you've got reading lights, map lights. They're very bright LEDs, hooks, holding your hand. You've got windows, so yeah, it doesn't look like there's heated seats over here. And then, as always, let's check out the middle over here. So we've got 2 cup holders here, very Volkswagen-like for the ones that know the brand very well. And then this looks like a pull-through from the boot. You go straight through to the boot. And the last thing I'll show you guys is, how do I look in it? So let me turn this around. Alright, one fist worth here. Alright, that's how it looks. So got a little bit of space here. Let's look at the boot. So let's start with the boot closed first, so I can show you guys what the rear of the car looks like. So charge port is here on this side. Let's find the button. Here we go. Alright, so I've of course got this tray over here. You've got a little bit of storage here, a little bit of storage on this side, which is great to see. Opening this up, charge cables, and it looks like you might have another subfloor for even more. Alright, that's the ID4 Pro. Let's jump to the ID5 GTX.
I've got some in the mail. On the way.
I was looking at them, but I had to order, but I need to order them. How do you get to the map?
All right, so also says here IQ light. So let's start with the boot.
And then you look.
So fairly similar to the ID4 in terms of space, it seems like. Let me unhook this so I can show you guys the actual boot. So yeah, it's pretty much like the ID4 Pro in terms of boot size. Alright, let's try sit in the rear first for this car. So this is the rear.
Yeah, but that's not the comparison. The comparison honestly is Tesla and the Chinese brand.
So it looks like a big glass roof over here.
I understand that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
totally with you on that.
leg space
But
is
still, it's
pretty
fine.
good. I am stretched out, but then I am touching the top of the seat
It's not too bad
over
what I
here.
see here, but,
If I show you
normally the
guys
map here-
headspace, again, one fist and I'm touching that, so that's the space that you've got. So let me pull it out this way. And over here. Am I comfortable? Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. It's a pretty soft headrest too. In terms of map pockets, there's one over here, down here, and then there's also a little bit of a pocket over here. You can see the armrest there, which we'll cover off in a bit more detail in a moment. And then over here, same thing as the ID4 pull through as well. So yeah, that's essentially all of the ID5 rear. Moving through the front. It's pretty cool pedals down the bottom over here. Stop, pause and play. Here's the steering wheel. That's the side. And then in terms of the car itself, the screen and everything else pretty much looks the same as the ID4 that we've just covered off.
That's the smallest battery, or that is the long range?
So there you go.
It's got more power. This is a 240 kilowatt output, and that's a 210 kilowatt.
All right, and let's have a look at the specs on the ID5 GTX. So pause the screen here if you guys want to see that. There you go. All right, so let's jump over to the ID Buzz, the controversial one everyone's been waiting for. All right, let's have a look at the ID Buzz interior. That's the front seat. That's the door. So I got a big step here to step in.
Very spacious. And look, it even comes with a cup.
So it looks like there's a gap at the front. There might be a heads-up display. So
Yeah, true.
very small side windows. And then you've got, what is it, open closed doors over here. You've got, looks like it might be a phone holder or something there. Oh no, it's not a phone holder or something there. You can put stuff there, but this actually folds in. So they'll put this over here. That folds in, so it could actually go all the way across, which is pretty cool. Otherwise that comes down.
Away, yes, without breaking it, but...
No, to push it in.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Now it looks like there's some additional bits down here that you could potentially pull or push. So additional storage right here. And yeah, what can I say? It looks, I can't see through to the front, so even though you're high off the ground, it's difficult to see, at least now anyway. Really big sun visor. So that's from one side to the other. Now it's great to see that you've got the glass over here, because that means less of a blind spot. And yeah, very big glass roof. And it looks like this might be electronically controlled, because I can't see through it unless it's just white. I'm not too sure. But let's have a look at this car's battery. So over here you can see at 85%, 500 kilometers. Alright, let's see if we can get in the back and have a look. Alright, so let's just try close and open this. So that's the third row spacing. It looks like it's quite raised off the ground. It's not a really thick cushion, but I guess acceptable. But you do have quite a lot of space, as you can see over here in the rear. And let's put this back up. Alright. So in terms of spacing, heaps of spacing. So this is with a backpack in the middle. So you'll see here, like I'm stretched out, heaps of spacing. Little pocket here, little tray. Oh, there you go. It's okay. I don't think you could fit a laptop here. You could definitely put an iPad here though. Then in terms of space, so yeah, heaps of space up here. There's also aircon control over here and aircon vents. And I'll switch it to the other side. And here's what the seat looks like.
It's down there. So I don't see it anymore.
All right.
I don't see it anymore.
So that's the ID buzz, and then the charge port looks like it's back over here. Really big boot lid door. So yeah, that is the ID buzz, and then you've got the commercial one over here as well for anyone that is interested. You could definitely sleep and go camping in this one. It'd be quite popular. And lots of tools and stuff to store here, along with 12 volt. This is what the front looks like of this one, the ID Buzz Cargo. And the specs, let's have a look here. And let's have a look at the ID Buzz one as well. And yes, heads-up display right there. Alright, here we go. So here's all the specs. As always, pause it here if that's what you want. Two-tone finish, so this one here is candy white and pomelo yellow. And yeah, that is it. And we are at ZEEKR. So look at all the cars we have here. You've got the ZEEKR X over here. You've got the 7X, which seems to be extremely popular. You've got the ZEEKR Mix, which is even more popular. You've got the ZEEKR 007. This is the performance spec. And then the 009 in the back corner. So I've shown you guys this one before, so I won't go through that one. Let's check out the 7X. We'll check out the Mix. And if you guys got any questions, let me know. Alright, so let's kick off with the ZEEKR 7X because you guys absolutely loved this car from my last video. So here's the specs, pause it here if you need more details. There's nothing else, so it's just this one page. So look at that, 10 to 80% in 10.5 minutes. That's crazy. And yeah, 5.7 seconds to 100. Obviously this is just the rear-wheel drive, left-hand drive model. There's also the all-wheel drive as well, which is even faster at 3.8 seconds. But yeah, let me show you guys around. And this also has the LED screen over here. Now we probably won't get that here based on ADR rules from what I've heard. But let's swing in and take a look at the interior in a moment. Alright, so that's the side. Alright, so I did show you guys this recently, but because it's seemed to be such high demand and you guys love it, here it is. So 602 kilometers rated over here, and look, I don't know if that you can see that. Hold on, let me let the screen focus. That's at yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but 78%. So 78%, 602 k's. So quite long range from here. What else do we have? Here's the cameras. Deep cup holder. Very nice. Have a look at the rear in a moment. So we've got electronic seat movement over here and also from there as well. So this moves actually there, sorry. So you can control all of that from here. Anyways, let's get in. So in terms of space, heaps. In terms of headspace, that's it there. Alright, so
And it's going to be through the Polestar.
very deep boot right there. And there you go, heaps of storage. And remember, this has air suspension as well, so it's probably going to be really comfortable when this car comes out.
Okay, awesome. That's great. I've been looking cars. Thank you. So yeah, that's a 7X. Watch out for this coming to Australia later this year. ZEEKR Mix. Can't believe it's here in Australia. Here's the specs.
Chinese phone.
That's pretty cool. Alright, so got a little bit of boot space, not too much actually. Doesn't seem like you can open this any further. Yep, no boot storage there or electricals. You've got seat controls over here, which is pretty cool. So if I push this out, maybe it's sensed that there's someone there, so it's not. Oh no, here we go. So you got to hold it down. There you go. So all the controls are here. Alright, let's go check out the rest of this car. But it's pretty funky that you could adjust all of it there. This is the door. Look how wide this opens. It's almost 90 degrees. So it looks like you've got some settings here that you could push to control seating. So this is the seat. Alright, so let me reset my camera. So here you go, here's a steering wheel. Very nice. 622 kilometers. So you've got at 89%, 622 kilometers. Now, based on my seating position, that's your view as a driver. So there's heaps of space between here and the front. So heads-up display, obviously over there. Usual stats and everything here. I presume we could control some stuff through here. I've got massage seats on too, so plenty of adjustments. So you can switch all your cameras around. This apparently you can move all the way back and forward. There you go.
Oh wow.
So move that all the way through to the back. And this is storage here. And move. Alright, let's check out the back. Actually, I should move my seat back. Alright, let's check out the back.
That doesn't work very well.
Alright.
The other side.
Thank you.
What's a 4007? Peugeot 4007.
So you can see that the door swing is pretty wide open. But yeah, look at all that space. So let's get in.
Oh wait, whoa. What is that?
Are there massage chairs here?
On the fronts there is. I don't know about this one. So there's controls over here for the seating. So let me try and adjust myself in a better position. There we go. So this is really so spacious. Let me flip the camera around. Heaps of space between me and the top. Heaps of space everywhere. So if I flip this down, look, you've got controls down here as well. Oh, hold on, camera's not focused. So look, let's push that. Oh, maybe it's not working, but hopefully you can actually see, or I can see, there's seat massage here, ventilation, heating, and the same for that side. So it's probably just disabled right now, but there is for the back. Otherwise, flick that, cup holders there too. So this is pretty awesome. Pretty cool. And map pocket right there. I don't know what that's for, but USB-C as well. And yeah, let me push this. So if I hold this one down, that pushes my seat. Let me push this one to adjust. Oh, this whole seat goes back. And then this one apparently.
This one here is running.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you can do it while you're driving.
So you could pull this out. Oh.
I mean, it's not going to be like
Quite comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. She's not going to get around.
Alright. No wonder everyone likes this car. And look at this. Alright, so that's all the space there. and apparently you could flip this one around as well. Alright, so that is the ZEEKR Mix, clearly an extremely popular car. And let's just have a look at the rear when you close, how that looks like. So the car does have a big presence though, so what you need to watch out if it ever comes to Australia is that bit swings pretty wide, and that's the rear. Alright, so that covers those cars. 001 FR we've covered before, as we have with the 009. This should be the 6-seater variant with all these settings over here. And yeah. What do you guys think? That is the ZEEKR stand. Always love visiting the ZEEKR stand. They always bring the latest and the greatest and pretty cool cars here into Australia. So let me pan around again. This is it. There's everything. Alright, and the last bit that I've missed here is ZEEKR Power. So pause the screen there if you guys want to read about ZEEKR Power, but that is the top section there. And then this is the bottom section here about their golden battery. So who knows, you might see a ZEEKR charging station sooner than you think. Alright, next we've got Cadillac over here. You've got a couple of Stellantis section over here. So you've got the Avenger, you've got the Abarth 500e in 2 colours, and that Alfa Romeo Tonale, I believe, is a plug-in hybrid. So I won't cover that if I'm right. There you go. Yeah, so Abarth 500. Small car, pretty cool. Right, so this is the Abarth 500e. Pause the screen here if you guys want to see it in more detail. But this is the highlighter colour of the Abarth 500e. It's a really big door. Pretty nice seats, I must say. And if I pull this here, not much rear space as you'd expect because it's a tiny car. Nonetheless, they do look quite nice. And let's get in for a quick look. Alright, so it doesn't look like anything's turned on, so that we can't do too much actually. But, oh no, there we go. So we did get it on, so 93% charge at the moment. Doesn't say how many kilometers, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't look like. But that's the buttons. Looks like phone charger here, USB-A port. Got, what is it, 12 volt DC, USB-C, USB-A, deep storage, that there to put your key. It's a really big glove box. There is no light here. No light. What over here? Nothing, no mirror for this person here. You've got a glass roof with a little mesh type cover. And let's check out the boot. So that's a charge port. Oh, no automatic boot. Manual lift. Alright. So, it goes quite deep. And then you've got important stuff. So, that's it. So that's the Abarth 500e. Cadillac I have covered off before, but they are here, so I'll just do a quick walk around for you guys. So there's a white one here and a red one here. And let's jump over to Leapmotor. So Leapmotor has two cars here, I believe, on the stand, both C10s. One in a crayon grey type colour, and another one in a really nice, it's like BMW green. It's a really nice colour. Actually, if I look up close, it's also kind of flaky pearly. So that's awesome. Anyways, let's check out the car. So we'll do the inside first in a moment. So there's obviously lighting over here that you can see. Here is the seat. Alright, let's get in and see. Alright, so this is the view from the driver's seat. Let me adjust that. So there you are. Now, this one here, 236 kilometers. I don't know what percentage, but you can still do 236. It's got about halfway through the battery. Those are the cameras over there. You've got charge port, 2 cup holders. You've got decent storage space, more cup holders here. Is there a glove box here? There's a button here. So very small glove box. And then what have we got here? Looks like controls for the blind. So over here, that's to control the blind, and you can put that back. So it's one big glass roof. You've got one light for your mirror over here. It's pretty wide. What about here? One light as well. And with the GPS over here, you can see navigation here, but there is no heads-up display over here as well. And that's essentially your display. You can swipe through, change these, look at the map, cameras and whatnot, and yeah, it's very simple. So again, here's the seat. Let's take a look at the back. Alright, so here's the back. Eco Tex standard 100 seats. So start with the seats on what they look like. Let's get in. So it's decent seats. Little map pocket there. Now, as always, this is the view from the inside. Let me flip the camera around. I'll close this door. Headspace, let's go. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of headspace over here. A little bit here, more than one fist on the side here. And then this is a lot higher here. So there's me here. And what else do we have here? Let me flip this around. So you've got USB-C, USB-A port, aircon vents, no controls over here. And that's about it. So let's go check out the boot. Actually, before that, let's have a look here. No cup holders here, unfortunately.
Got storage down under here.
So let's go have a look at the boot.
Your safety kit, and then you've got more storage back here. No, I'm pulling it down. No, even the one that's a manual one, because it's gas struck, it's still pretty easy to shut. This one's also got adjustable lights as well.
Actually, we'll look at the boot on this one as people looking at the other one. So here you go. This is a tan color interior. So speaker or subwoofer over here. Storage over here. Put your cables here, further down. All right, so that's the storage, and yeah, it doesn't look like there is any manual. Sorry, it looks like it's manual boot close, not electric. So there you go. That's on this variant. We'll double check the other one as well. So that's the rear of the C10. What do you guys think? That green is a really nice colour. Okay, so this one's clearly the top spec because you've got the electronic button over there, and then you can also tell the differences in the wheels. So this one's here 245 45 R20, and then you've got a smaller one over here, which is 235 55 R18. So 2-inch difference with that option. So again, that's the colour of the higher spec one versus the entry one. And there you guys have it. That is Leapmotor. So any questions, drop them down below. Guys, if you do enjoy these videos or you are enjoying, please feel free to subscribe, give the video a like. It's going to help my channel go a long way. I appreciate it. Let's get moving on. We've got Kia, Audi, Cupra, Skoda, so we've still got plenty to go, so let's get moving on. Surprise, surprise, look who we've bumped into here.
Hey everyone.
Hey Tom, how are you going?
Good, Roland, how are you? Enjoying it?
Good, good. Yeah, it's been great. I've spent the morning, I've only done I think half of it, so it's huge this time round.
It's huge, it's a lot bigger than last year, so I'll be very impressed with what they've done.
Yep, so I know you've got your own content, so what I want to ask you though, to share with the viewers is, what's crowd favourite for yourself? And if people are coming here tomorrow, what do you think's a couple of things or cars that you feel like they've got to see?
Okay, so I came here yesterday wanting to see a few cars. The Mono M03, first time out of China.
Yep.
I wanted to see the ZEEKR Mix and 7X, which I saw.
Yep.
Mix is really cute, have a look at that. Whether it's going to come to Australia, I don't know, but a lot of people are around that stand. Kia EV3, that was cool to see.
Yep, it's down there.
Baby brother of the 5 and 9, obviously. And yeah, I mean, apart from those ones, and there's a little Geely EX5 in the corner. It's like hiding. No one knows it's there. So I think that's worth checking out as well.
All right, there you guys go. Yeah. Cool. Done any test drives?
Only the Farazon van, because I'm doing a live review of that tomorrow. But it's a cool little van, so I would, if I was a tradie, I'd want that van. For sure.
All right, so make sure you tune into Tom's video whenever that goes live.
Thanks, Roland.
All right, thanks, Tom. Thanks. All right, Tom, I've got a question for you, and it's gonna be like a time capsule thing. Let's hedge some bets. See if you win the lottery. And what I mean by that is, we know the ZEEKR 7X is coming later this year. We also know the Deepal E07 is coming. 2 specs in the E07 and 1 in the 7X as far as we're aware.
Okay.
What's your guesses? The base price, so excluding the on-road costs.
Yep.
Let's go with the E07. Give me 2 prices, and we're gonna run this video. We're going to check again whenever the pricing gets announced in the future.
Okay, let's talk about the 2 specs of the E07. So what was the battery size again? Just remind me. It was,
I don't remember myself.
Yeah,
I think the bigger one was like 95. But so the base spec is a rear-wheel drive. The top spec is all-wheel drive and has air suspension.
Okay, so the base spec, honestly, there's no other car like it in the market, right? So it's very hard to compare.
Yep.
But naturally, people are going to compare it to the BYD Shark 6. That's probably the closest, right? It's like I know it's not quite a ute, but
you can go outdoors, it's a bit more rugged.
Yeah, exactly, like a SUV, like a mixed kind of ute. So Shark is what, mid-50s, right? Maybe 60 drive away, something like that. So I reckon it has to start with a 6, at worst start with a 7 for the base for the E07.
Okay, and what do you think top spec? So if you're saying starts with a 6 or a 7, what about the top spec?
Oh, they have to keep it under 8, but I don't know. It's pretty premium looking, I must say, for what I saw in China. So I'm hoping it's under 8. 80,000.
Okay. Yep. Okay. My guess, I'll tell you now, I think the E07, the base spec, will be, say, about 75. I think they're going to pitch it a bit more expensive.
Okay.
Wait, so if I go 75 drive away, so maybe about 72. 72. And then the top spec, I would say, I originally was thinking like 85, but no, they've been quite conservative with the SO7 pricing, right?
They have been.
So I would say, 80 flat. I think it will be at 8 at the start.
It's quite pricey for what it is, I think. But anyway, we'll see.
Anyway, all right, and the 7X?
7X, okay. 7X, it's got the stupidly fast charging speed, golden brick battery, 10 to 80% in 10.5 minutes. Like that's like the reason to get this car, right? So
Yeah.
I think they'll charge a premium for it compared to the other SUVs. on
What's
that
the
similar
number?
size.
The people want to know.
I'm
What's
stalling,
the
I know.
number?
So if you think a Model Y is like 50 to 60,000,
And then the long range was about 67 thereabouts,
Yeah.
I think, off the top of my head.
they have to stick it under 70 surely for the 7X. Let's go 65 for the base.
65? All right. I'll pitch it higher. I say it's about 68. So, all right,
see.
that's it. We'll
see.
see whenever this gets announced. I'll review this video. I'll put it back and let's see.
I was right about the Model 3, I think, back in the day, so we'll see.
All right, there we go. All right, it's on. We'll see. Thanks, Tom. All right, we are here at Skoda. So they've got a pretty cool stand here. How fast can you charge? By pedaling? No, I will not do that. But let's look at the cars. So this is the Elroq. Pause for specs. Alright, so let's look at the front. That's the seat. So this battery seems to be either fairly big or it's quite efficient. 93%, 662 kilometers. So what do we have? Let's close the door and see. So pan from right to left. There's mirror with LED light. Save this one here. Same thing here. This is the steering wheel. Got heated steering wheel right here too. There's a screen. It looks like phone chargers. There's two in here. Two tiny cup holders. Bit of storage here. Storage here, along with further down. Let's see. Glove box. That's a pretty unique shape. Glove box. It's half the size here, but the whole thing opens up. And what else can we see here? Yeah, 93%, 662 kilometers. That's pretty good, I must say. Alright, and at my eye level, this is what driving looks like. Let's check out the second row. Alright, first thing you notice is this odd bit down here. Is this removable? Let's see. Yes it is, so it's pretty much flat. Alright, map pockets, got blinds. No LED light here, just LED lights here. Aircon vents, aircon controls. No. Looks like one USB-C charger down there. And in terms of headspace, yep, decent headspace. No glass roof though, as you can see. And let's look at this. So, two cup holders there. Alright, let's jump through the boot. So, Skoda Elroq. Right, so that's new. Having a net here to put all your cables, that's actually pretty handy. Otherwise, you've got this bit here to hold more stuff over here. And then you've got more storage space over here. So that's it. So yeah, this is the Skoda Elroq. Now let's see if we can check out the Enyaq. Enyaq RS. Alright, so the Enyaq RS, that's the rear seat. So it looks fairly similar to the Elroq. Seats are a bit nicer. So, full glass roof, LED lights here. In terms of headspace, heaps of space here. I'm quite comfortable. Lots of plasticky bits around here though, but it's great to see also that they've got sun blinds, because that's really good for the Australian heat. And then, let me flip this around, pulling this down, so cup holders, so very similar to the Elroq that we just saw. And then same thing, a USB-C charging port, or two USB-C charging ports down there, aircon and all of that. And yeah, that's basically it.
Maybe there's the opportunity there.
Sorry.
Maybe the product isn't quite like the right person isn't quite the right person to be involved in that, but whether that's of interest or not.
Yeah, I believe it would be. Yeah, maybe the best.
Alright, so 12 volt socket there, looks like you push that to fold the seats. Got a bit of storage here on this side, as long with that side. Very deep storage here, and even more over there. And charge port is over here. And let's check out the inside in a moment. Alright, that's the front RS seats. It's quite nice. Okay, so this one here, 62%, 367 kilometers. Hopefully you can see that right there. Yeah, quite comfortable. Definitely a much nicer seat than the other. Especially how this one wraps around, more like a bucket seat. Not ridiculously high over here, so not uncomfortable, but definitely does hold. Now, a car pretty much is like the Elroq that we just saw, except you do have a bit of carbon fibre coming across over here. But as you can see, that's the same. You've got USB-C charging ports in here. But yeah, that's pretty much the same. You've got USB-C charging ports in there, along with wireless here. Two small cup holders, bit of storage over here as well. And we'll pan it across. And yeah, there you have it. That is Skoda. So this is the Skoda stand, that is the Enyaq, we've got the Elroq, and that is it. Alright, some details on the Kia eGMP platform. Kia EV9, I've reviewed this before on my channel, so jump on, have a look if you want details on that. EV5, I'll do a quick walkthrough. We've covered it off last time, and I will be getting this car later as well. Not in GT line spec though. I think we'll pick up the mid-spec Earth. But the one that I'm really looking forward to is this one here. Baby EV9, the EV3. Look at that. Love it. Hello, how are you?
Good.
All right, look who we have bumped into today. How are you going, Sarah?
Roland, I'm very well.
We are at Everything Electric.
We are.
I've got a couple of questions for you, if that's okay.
You do?
So we've got 2 cars that's coming that I've asked Tom earlier on pricing. I just want to see people's guesstimates, and whenever they release the pricing down the line, let's see what we land at. So the first car is the Deepal EO7, which is that odd
Crazy ute car.
Crazy ute car. Yep. So there's a base model, which is rear-wheel drive, and then the top spec, which is all-wheel drive. What's your thoughts? We'll just go base the price without on-road costs.
What's the range?
Don't remember, I'm sorry. All I remember is the top spec, I think, has around 95 kilowatt-hour battery, I think, and it's all-wheel drive and has air suspension. The entry level doesn't. And the S07 from memory was like in the 50s.
Yeah, it's very well priced.
And
I'm going to say 62.
62, okay. And top spec?
65.
65?
66.
Okay, perfect.
I'm really bad with price. I don't know.
That's okay. It's just a guesstimate. Something fun. All right. And then the ZEEKR 7X. That's obviously coming later this year.
It is. I actually don't know much about that car because ZEEKR keep avoiding me and not letting me borrow a car. So I don't actually know a great deal. I mean, obviously the ZEEKR X is pretty fancy and fancy priced. So
think of it like a Model Y competitor, bigger, supposedly charges
but
faster.
more luxurious.
Yes.
73.
All right. Cool. Done. And you've been here yesterday and today. If people are coming here tomorrow, what should they come see? What do you think's cool?
Obviously, you should come and see the panels that I'm hosting and also on. I'm on a panel about micro-mobility. I'm talking about whether cars should be king, and I personally don't think that the car should be prioritised over people. We should prioritise the movement of people in our cities and not cars. I know, Roland, controversial, right?
Oh,
says
just
the
hold my
woman
breath.
who reviews electric cars.
Anyway.
And, I mean, look, honestly, it might be, I don't know if it'll be any quieter, but just get onto those test drives because it's an amazing opportunity to actually have everything all in the one place. You can see all the cars on the floor here, get in them, touch them, and sit in the back seat, see whether they're actually comfy. But the fact that all those cars are together down the end there means that you don't have to go to different dealerships. You can chat to people on the floor, get info about the cars. I actually think that is a really time-saving experience, but there's a really nice buzz and a feeling here. So it's nice to be around like-minded people who are curious, wanting to get into EVs, maybe shopping in the future or looking now. So this is the future, right? I feel like it's the reinvention of the motor show. It's really exciting. So look, I think I've met so many people saying hello to me who follow my Electrify This channel. Please follow it. But it's been really lovely meeting people and seeing that there is a real hunger for this, and that's a lovely feeling.
Yeah, nice. Look, I couldn't agree more. Only call out is if you are doing test drives or wanting to do test drives, I've heard you have to go individually to those manthrough. There is no actual registration desk.
Go to the different stalls and sign up.
Yep.
That's
but the good side of things is you don't have to go to a dealership, go through all the sales pitch and everything in order to get a test drive. You literally just tell them, I just want a test drive.
Yeah.
And they'll let you. That's it.
And it's, as I said, actually doing that and driving cars back to back, especially in the market, say for a mid-sized family SUV, driving them back to back, it's on the same piece of road means you can really compare them. That as well is really useful.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you. Oh, and one final thing, because we are at the Kia stand. What's your thoughts on the EV3?
I love the size. We need more cars this size. Also very excited to see the Skoda Elroq. We've got Danny here. All right. And all the peeps are here. I want to see more cars that size. Actually, I want to see more hatches as well, you know what I mean? But even though it's a small crossover, I think that's a really exciting segment, and I want to see more cars like that. We were trying to figure out the DC charging speed before. We're not quite at the bottom of that, but I'm going on the launch to that soon, so all will be revealed.
So whenever Sarah posts that up, make sure you follow to find out. There we are. Thank you. Good seeing you.
No worries.
All right. This is the one we're here to look at, the EV3. So it's heaps of people around looking. So let's just start off here with the boot. So electric button to close. It's a really deep boot from what you can see. Look at that. I do wonder if there's another row there because it looks like you can insert something there. So, oh, maybe you just lift this up to the top. Yeah, looks like. So, 2 stages. You can move this to the top or you can keep this down the bottom. But all your storage is basically over here. So I can put that through too. And then we'll close that. Literally looks like a baby EV9. We'll see if we can get in the front and look at the sides. Alright, let's look at the second row.
Hasn't even come out yet. No, 3 weeks time. 3 weeks. So the pricing and specs comes out.
Alright, so pricing specs apparently comes out Monday. Launch in 3 weeks time. USB-C port here. This is the view of the interior. It's quite a lot of space down here. And here's headspace.
Oh yeah, you can adjust it though. Yeah, I think that's good. No, I think if I put it down, it would annoy me. I could.
And got a sunroof over there, so it doesn't really extend all the way here. And up here, you've just got door grab handle, and your lights are over here. So there you go. And then in terms of here, you've just got the 2 cup holders here and nothing else. You've got storage down there. The USB charging port is here and over here. Charge port right here.
Just in the air. And then the Earth and the GT line, the same battery, and they've both got 563.
Alright, that's the front seats. Here's the door.
That's the most important. You like it? I don't have a hand.
Alright. Heads up display. Alright, let's go.
Okay, that's fine. Well, yeah, that's fine, but I'll let you pass the homework up. Maybe I get a perfect surprise when I get around to the car. I'm still a little bit off. I've got to finish the home renovation. Then I go to the car for getting up and think about it.
So inside pretty much like the EV9. That's a bit of a blind spot there, but 61%, 324 Ks. You've still got that, which unfortunately is in a blind spot. You've got USB-C here, wireless charging, cup holders, big storage here.
Plug it in and charge it, and then I can then decide what type of charge it. And now we're going to do that.
So this is like a tray for something. And then decent glove box. Again, here is a seat. And that's the top. And around. Alright, and that's the frunk. So a bit of storage. Obviously this is here to just power the car, but that's your storage there for cables.
My sister was driving for work. She went to hospital because getting
There you go, that's the Kia stand, and that's the EV3. And I'll come back over here. And just pause it here if you need the specs for the car. Also did ask about this DC charge. Apparently, even though it says 350 kilowatt charger, it charges at about 81.4 kilowatts DC.
And I'd see in
So
here,
there you go. Alright, so we're done with the Kia stand over here. Next we've got GWM. This here is the H6 GT plug-in hybrid. The Aura GT we have covered off before.
So, yeah, let me come.
And then another H6 GT plug-in hybrid here. What else have we got here? You've got EV power systems, Wise EV accessories, a couple other electric companies or electric accessories companies. Tesla Owners Australia. EV Trove. Alright, we're here at Polestar. So let's look at the Polestar 4. That's a good looking front. So here's the specs, pause there if you want to read that. So you can see down the bottom here, this says this is the 100 kilowatt hour, 400 kilowatts. So this here, based on that, is the long range dual motor car. So that's that. – 22-inch wheels. So look, big storage in here, along with a much deeper section as well. And looks like you've got this parcel shelf that you could pull out. Nice LED bar going around the side.
So that when you move the pieces, you're a bit more mobile.
And remember, this is the one without rear glass, so you've got the cameras to replace it instead. Alright, let's get in. So here's the door. Alright, pan around. So 93% battery, 466 kilometer range.
See, it's got no back window. No back window, see? Wow. Actually, really nice interior. Got digital mirror too. weird fabric. Did you touch the seat fabric?
It's
It's like a combo. It's like a combo between like leather and fabric.
No, they go for recycling.
All right, so we are in the rear. This seat's either really low or that's just how it is, but I can't get my foot under, but I'm fairly comfortable. My knees are further up though, there is a gap here. Over here, seat controls for the rear to recline it a little bit, and then heated seats as well. And then you can control some other stuff as well from here. So it's all touchscreen. And then you've got 2 USB-C ports down here, map pockets. And then, yeah, that's what the seat looks like, and that's the rear. Pulling this down, it's not much more. This is to recline and to adjust that seat there. And then cup holders. Other than that, Polestar 3 with the specs over here. And then Polestar 2 as well. Alright, so I think we've finished all the car section, which is just past the Giga Theatre all the way down there. And now on this section, it's probably all of the other companies or electrical related companies, it seems like. Looks like we've got some private vehicles here from the AEVA. Some charging places. Australian Electric Vehicle Council and Amber and Segway. That's pretty much it. What a day. What a day. So many cars. Alright, so that's a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed all of the video. If you guys did stay through the entire thing, appreciate you guys watching. Give the video a like, subscribe for more content. If you got any questions, please drop them down in the comment box below. Otherwise, we'll see you soon next week for more content. Take care.